What's good, everyone? Back at it again. Day nine. Day nine. Yeah, okay, yeah, day nine. I don't know why. Forgot what day it was. Today actually, I started working on more anatomy, trying to get that figured out. So as you can see, it was kind of rough the first half. I think it was just a startup. Also, I want to say at least when I'm showing you these three at the moment, at first I was using the Kuru Toga, the Uni Kuru Toga. And it's cool, right? That's usually what I use in my videos, but I've been trying to use the Rock Ring 600 and I like it a lot more. It's smoother. I don't know like what it is, but I just like it. It's good. It's good. So I also try to work on faces or like the head shape a little bit more, try and get that situated. But what I realized was that it was a lot easier, and I'm still doing the chicken scratch thing. Um, so, like I said, I'm trying to stop that. It's just a bad habit, and I think it's starting to escape me a little bit. So it's good progress. But anyway, what I realized is that it's easier for me just to make the actual structure, like just kind of do like a rough draft of like the actual human body instead of trying to break it down to like blocks or like shapes. I don't know why, but it just is. So then following up, I realized when I started trying to make like these head shapes, they all came out a little bit funky. And then I was also like, I don't know why, but for some reason, every single time I try to like draw like straight lines, it would just like come out weird like that. So I'll have to do this and then do that. So you see like a lot of circles, um, a lot of crosses, and yeah, that's kind of what I just worked on like a little bit on the second half. And then afterward, I decided, hey, I'm gonna just start drawing random stuff. So I decided, hey, okay, I got like this vase over here, and I just drew something out of that. I had like a spoon. I tried that. That was a super bad attempt. I actually probably need like shading or something to really get the feel of the object going. I tried to draw like a basic hand, so I actually just drew the natural shape, and I tried to make fingers out of it, which actually turned out pretty well. And then afterward, I just had a water bottle. Just like I said, I'm just kind of doodling. And then afterward, I didn't really like how my head shapes were looking, so I went to look at a like a guide or a video to see like other ways I can make like head shapes. And I saw this one dude. I think he's like Chinese or Japanese. I'll have to check him out later. I'll probably just put like a link to like his video or something when I make the actual video when I'm working on like faces and head shapes. But yeah, I actually like this a lot more. So my problem was that beforehand I would just do like the basic Loomis method or whatever, and then you do this, and then you kind of you know, and it's not bad, but it just didn't really work super well for me. So I found this dude, and he was like, "Hey, just treat the things like spheres, and then you kind of draw based off of that. So you put like circles, and then you do like another circle for like the nose, and then like you actually draw them out, but." Yeah, pretty cool. And then afterward, I just kind of like drew my stove a little bit, tried to use like a little bit of like that perspective. It didn't really, obviously, it didn't come out good, but I was just kind of drawing just to draw. I wasn't trying to be super nice with it, but looking back on it, I can at least see some adjustments I should make. So I decided, like, hey, I'm gonna just randomly draw a little bit and see how it goes instead of just trying to do it for like a video and like on my own time. I just try to find like random objects to draw. And then last, I was like, okay, well, we're gonna work on proportions today, and I was like, okay, let me look at another video. It was like a short, pretty much, and basically it was like I tried to copy what the dude was doing. So he made like the basic shapes, right? Like this is the main body, the torso, and the head, and then he put these circles down for like the shoulder, elbow, and then the wrist. I tried that. It looks all right, and then the legs I kind of did by myself. That's a no. But I tried to do that by myself, and I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it looks solid. I think for me, it's just maybe how I drew the arms or whatever. Because also, I am still using the chicken scratch, as you can see. I wasn't for like the main shapes, but for some reason, when I start getting into like arms, I think it's just like the level of uncomfortability that I have doing it, kind of makes it a little bit iffy. So yeah. So today I was thinking, hey, I'm gonna work on proportions. So it's just gonna be like one picture. It's gonna be a dog, and the reason I chose a dog was because I'm like, okay, well, they have like easy shapes, right? So I'm not gonna actually like draw the actual dog, but what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to get like the proportions, like the shapes, right? Just basic shapes, try to draw them out like that. So yeah, should be pretty short. Hopefully not super long. Hope you guys are doing well today. I think, was it February 20th? I want to say, yeah, 20th. So pretty cool. And for those, I don't even know who's really watching, but anybody that's into Dragon Ball, I will recommend staying off the internet again tomorrow. But you know, at this point, everybody's just gonna do whatever they want to. Can't help them. So I know this looks kind of weird, but there's a reason why. So the dog is kind of, I don't even know what the breed of the dog is. I'm not super big on like dogs or cats, animal breeds. Like I think they're cool, right? Like if I ever had like a girl or something and she had like a cat or dog, I'd be fine with it. But I just never had a pet, so I don't really pay attention to like breeds and things like that. And I'm trying to also stick to not using, which I think I'm getting better at. Like, I don't know, kind of. Like, I'm not trying to do like chicken scratch. Like, I did a little bit over here, but, and then a little bit down there too. But I think I'm starting to get better with being confident with my lines more so. And honestly, it kind of looks more like a cat. But trust me, it's like a, I don't even know if it might be a Chihuahua. I can't even tell. It just has like a lot of fur on it. Yeah, this looks like a cat. This is crazy. And then he has like an arm going from here. Here, let me fix that. You know, I might have drove that a little bit too low. And for some reason, I'm surprised that I don't know what's going on with YouTube. So my first or the so on day 6, I want to say, right, day 6 or day 5, it blew up to like 48. Other one was 35, and then the other one was like 28, right? And then I post my last video, and for some reason I only get like 1 view out of it. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm just like, I'm really trying to figure out like what it is. And I'm wondering if maybe I should change my title because it says amateurs to artists. And I'm like, I wonder if it's making people think like, hey, maybe this is a channel where I can actually learn how to draw and not a channel of a dude learning how to draw. So I don't know. Maybe I should change the title. I don't know yet. But I'm gonna figure that out. Cause I realize now, like when I was making my titles, I'll put things like, "Hey, amateur to artist, day 8, shading," or "amateur to artist." I can't remember what days we were on whatever certain skills, but I would have stuff like anatomy and all that. So I'm like, I wonder if people thought like, "Hey," because also when I looked at how people were watching my channel, uh, it was a good amount that were looking at it from like suggested videos. So I'm wondering if people were like, "Hey, like, oh, this is another dude that can teach me a skill." And I think I might be the title might be giving people the wrong idea. So I'm thinking I might just change it. Cause beforehand when I was making this, I wasn't thinking about, oh yeah, people aren't gonna think it's this or that. They're just gonna watch it. This really does look like a cat at this point. And his mouth is kind of, yeah, it looks like a cat. I promise y'all this is a dog. I promise y'all. And you know what? I got proof here. I got proof. All right. Oh no, let me fix this. I got proof. I got proof. But yeah. So I'm thinking I might actually change the title. I don't know what it will be yet, but maybe it's like learning to draw, learning to do something, but yeah. And this is just extra right here. I'm just trying to get a little bit of like detail in. But yeah, I wanted to kind of work on something besides like a human body for proportions. Like I still want to work on something that was like basic shapes. And I'm like, okay, well, this is a good example because uh, I feel like the human body, not even I feel, I know that for me at least, it's hard trying to get the right proportions on the body, right? So I guess like the wrists are supposed to be by the end of like the hips or whatever. But I don't know why it just wasn't catching on to me. So I'm like, okay, well, let me start off with some other objects or some other like another example I can use. And I was like, okay, well, let me use a dog. And I was trying to find one that had like easier shapes. So yeah, cool stuff. Let's get this in here. And there we go. But yeah, that's kind of the video. Pretty short, I will say. It probably actually has been more about me talking than actually drawing, but yeah, that's kind of all I pretty much have for today. So I guess tomorrow we will do, let's see here. I forgot what the list was. Got that Toriyama memory. So tomorrow we should be working on poses. So that's out the way. Hold on. I don't think you guys can see that. I hope. Sorry. All right, cool. So we got proportions out the way. I spelled that wrong, of course. So tomorrow we'll do poses. And then we got hands and faces. So I will make a video on Friday. I honestly might just do hands instead of poses. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I might do hands. And the only reason I say that is because when I'm doing like those poses, if you watch the last video, I probably showed like a few examples, or I kind of gave, not even foreshadowing, I just kind of told you how I was going to do it. But the only reason why I might do hands first is that I kind of want to do poses with hands, like in place, right? Because I don't want to just, I mean, I could work on poses and do hands later, but I kind of want to do hands at the same time. So I'm kind of like, you know, more practice with hands, and then I'm just drawing it with the body at the same time instead of just drawing it separately. And then afterward, faces will definitely be last. And I don't know if for faces, I'm going to do realistic or cartoonish. Maybe just like a mix. I don't know. We're just going to ball, you know? So, but yeah, so far, all cool. Just after I was talking about being confident with my lines, look at that. So, all cool. And I think I'll end the video here. So, thank you again for watching. And remember, if you're watching Dragon Ball Daima, stay off tomorrow. I will watch, or the episode should be out by 12. But I can't make any promises. So I would just stay off the internet until you watch the episode, unless you don't care about spoilers, because I heard this one's going to be pretty big. So, yeah. So have a great day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace.